And that was the full campaign of Don't Stop Girly Pop. I know I said this when the demo dropped, but I really can't believe what I just played. If the full game was gonna come out, I'm glad it came out during dark times like these. Anyways, I'll be going over what I thought on different parts of the game in a section by section manner. Check the description for timestamps or whatever. I like the arsenal this game had to offer. They're pretty distinct from each other, but I'm not sure how well their interplay is. I feel like most of the combinations rely on the shotgun portal. Maybe I'm just very, very spoiled by Ultra Kill, and maybe I'll eat my words later, but I had a lot of fun. I found myself using the shotgun the most, and I wish I could use the magic wand more, but perhaps it's just not my jam. Even then, I think it's very satisfying with the wand to take a wall of bubbles and stick them onto an enemy in one condensed bubble. I definitely appreciate the many dopamine hit moments in this game though, like shooting the shotgun portal with the railgun, or nail gun, or rocket launcher, and just obliterating the arena. Honestly, it might even be more satisfying than getting a good Ultra Rico shot in Ultra Kill. I also found some things out about the weapons outside of the game. I remember someone asked if the shotgun portal multiplying rockets was an intended feature. I thought, yeah, it definitely is, but it was cool nonetheless. I wonder if you can also multiply your bubbles, but I think I always doubted it and never tried it. It'd probably also lag like hell, too, especially in the demo, but that's besides the point. I also demonstrated this in the finale, but I heard you could also projectile boost just like in Ultra Kill. Neat, but I'm not sure how much oomph it holds, and honestly, parrying hasn't been very strong for me in this game. I haven't really gotten the timing right, and doing anything other than parrying feels more powerful. Honestly, the enemies were alright. Kinda forgettable. Ah! Some of them just blend together, which is likely contributed by the fact that a handful are boss variants. The bosses are also alright. Some of them just stand there like Octus and the Wasp Queen, but honestly I like the Wasp Queen, and I also like the Empowered Wasp, but for Octus on the other hand, I saw someone say the finale was just a playable cutscene, and I won't say they're wrong. I was also hoping there'd be some kind of terminal or thing to view all of the enemies you've encountered before and read up on them. I think that really helped the immersion and fleshing out the world of Xyzanthanum and Tigris Nix. I still don't know what those little crawling box enemies are called, but they can taste my boot. If it wasn't evident enough, I wasn't really fond of the movement in platforming and parkour. Or I'm just stupid, but anyways, movement in combat was great, quite fluid. I really love how Ember descends slower in the air, almost floating, truly like a fairy. It just makes the game feel that much more magical. Slope sliding, wall running, and rail grinding were also fun. You may have even noticed, I feel like a surfer bro whenever I hop on a rail. However, executing a wave hop, the fastest mode of transport, definitely feels different and not in a good way, as I mentioned earlier. And also, grappling. Grappling when I get you. It isn't as satisfying as it should be. After slinging onto a hook point, there should be a stronger pull, but there isn't, so some vertical grappling sections are awful. I swear that in the demo there was a stronger pull, but maybe that was only in E0M1 where the grappling also brought you to full speed. But then in the full game, I feel like the E0M1 grappling pull was also weaker. Who knows? I just hope this gets fixed in the next patch. Inside your gender changing room, there are two ogres. One is soft and ooh, and the other is gonna brown. The maps and aesthetics of this game satiate the first ogre. I think each episode looks pretty distinct from each other, which is a good thing. Take a screen capture from any level and 9 times out of 10, you'll be able to tell which episode it's from. I was pretty pleased with the map design in most of the episodes, but I felt like the same blue halls and cramped rooms in E1 were boring and repetitive. At least the water effects were nice, I guess. I like that even in dark underground levels like E3, there's still something that makes the environment feel alive and dynamic. But Easily, visuals-wise, E4 has gotta be my favorite. I love the building architecture, the tiled floors, and especially the outdoor levels. It feels so elegant, floral, and pretty. I love how bright and sunny E4 is, and the beautiful, spacious rooms. I always got excited when E4 appeared in promotional material, like, man, can't wait to get to that part. One level I really liked in particular was E3M4, Wasptopia. It was simply a gorgeous city. It felt so alive even when there weren't any NPCs present. And to boot, the level theme was Cupid of Death. How much more awesome could Wasptopia get? 4 stars. Very pretty and queer friendly, but very anti-Ember, and we're not here for that. But my favorite level was probably E2M2, Homewrecker. I just absolutely adored the train station arena. Lots of open space and felt so pretty and clean, so much fun. Again, the OC in this level, Light Up, is giving it bonus points. Regarding level design for gameplay purposes, I liked it, but it wasn't extraordinary. Some rooms just felt kind of crowded and cramped, like the ending room in E5M2. That comes to mind. Just so much going on there. I know I've gushed a lot about this game's music, but gah! I'm a musician. I live off music. Not a super technical person, but you know this is good shit. Here I rank the OST based on how much I liked each track. Blah! I am now going to rant about each and every track now. Is this the beginning of my shitty tier list tuber era? Anyways, to address girly pop tier with a little crown. First, I've already yapped about Freak of Nature. It's absolute girly pop. I know you can't see that, but whatever. Honestly, I might make a longer video on just that track later, dissecting it like a frog in a freshman biology class. Stay tuned for that, I guess. Moving on to S+, I really love Cupid of Death. It just feels so bouncy and holds so much joy. It really cheers me up and makes me feel all cute. On to Paint the Town. I mentioned earlier it's got a fierce, batty vibe, which I'm all for. The song makes me feel like I'm going so fast, so untouchable, zooming across the arena like I'm the sexiest bitch alive. It's just so girly pop. On to Light Up, it might be the most magical track in the OST in my eyes. In a Dream is a close second. They both feel so airy and mystical, like I should just let go of my worries and light up or live in that dream. In a Dream and Light Up are also my favorite tracks to sing. Candace Susan Yar's tracks are really singable in general. Hopefully at some point they'll drop the OST instrumental versions. That'll definitely make song covers easier since I can't play many instruments and a 9/11 joke can't be the only thing in my discography forever. Now anyways, on to Kill 'Em With Kindness, which certainly has the most different sound from the rest of the OST. It helps elevate the tension of the final episode while also keeping that girly pop sound, and it might just be the closest thing we'll get to girly pop breakcore. I started listening to breakcore and general hardcore style of music because of Ultrakill. It's really calming and has a special place in my heart. If someone can combine that and the girly pop aesthetic, I'll be your most loyal listener. I Am the Revolution. Oh girl, I had this on loop since it came out. So catchy. Like Paint the Town, this track is giving baddie, fierce. I feel this song invokes the strongest feeling of strength and power inside of me. Now I feel like this might ruffle some feathers, but yes, I did put Don't Stop Girly Pop on the lower end, but there are just too many good tracks here, don't get me wrong. I think this song really encapsulates the essence of the game and girly pop into one. It's a great main theme. S rank. Since the full OST came out, I realized I didn't prefer the E1 tracks as much anymore. Slam Hop Dash and Just Don't Stop Moving are fun, but kinda repetitive. I guess it eases you into the beginning of the game. A tier. It's just Stop Stop Girly Pop. I mean, it's literally a parody not meant to be taken seriously, but honestly, Octus has some bars. Really funny to hear for the first time in-game. That's kinda all I felt like writing about the music in this script. So every pony, say thank you to Sarah Wolf, Xavier Dunn, and Candace Susan Yar for creating this incredible selection of tracks. Honestly, I hope the DSG soundtrack will get nominated for an award like Best Indie OST. I mean, I saw it happen to another game which I dearly love, Fallen Aces. I would have never seen it coming, but it's proof that little indie games like this have a chance to stand next to AAA giants. I thought the world of Xyzanthanum and its conflict with Tigris Nyx was pretty interesting. It might not be the most extraordinary plot, but it was a lot of fun following Imber's adventure through many different parts of the planet to fight Octus. We heard a lot about the revolution, Tigris Nyx, and chaos among the people, but I wish we heard more about Xyzanthanum itself, such as their magic, the love, what is Zith, the enemies, who are the Midge, etc. Imber is stated to be, and I quote, part fairy and part something else. Well, still don't know what that something else is. Additionally, I'm genuinely curious about the Midge. I saw Jane Fiona post an old poster of the game which included their ancient runes. It's only in the DSG Discord, so join it! But back on track, maybe those things were in the game as echoes and I just missed them. I don't know, I was half asleep when I was listening to the ones later in the game. This game is a clear commentary on corporations and climate change. I think sending a message like this out now is more fitting than ever. There are a lot of parallels you can draw between Xyzanthanum and our own world, like how the echo in E1M3 shows the fairies of Xyzanthanum are suffocating, just like us in more ways than one, honestly. For a moment, I considered an ending where the revolution wouldn't prevail, but the only message that's sent out is that the oppressed can't stand up against their oppressors when we can and have done so before. Like I mentioned earlier, Girly Pop inherently represents strength. Every revolutionary in this game has demonstrated that, and so can you. That's about it. This script is 6 pages long. At this point, I think I'm good. Honestly, recording and making this video was more exhausting than the time Ultra Revamp dropped and I played from Prelude to Heresy, plus Prime Sanctums, plus Encores, and the Cyber Grind in one sitting. That was like almost 7 hours and way more intensive than DSG, but you know what? Every bit of energy I've put into this game, not only to make these videos, but to tell other people about it, help other fans, and supporting the developers have all been so worth it. I know only my friends would have watched this far to hear this, and I'm no algorithm queen, but I'm more than glad to be doing this. Girly Pops, thank you for being with me, and Funny Fin10 Softworks, thank you for your work. Stay hopeful, stay strong, just don't stop moving, and happy release!